Are we live? Testing, testing. Oh, we're live. Coming at you. Balls deep. No lube. Straight raw. Welcome to the Truth Cast. As always, the truth. Dropping those truth bombs like I always do. You know, I got to keep it real. Got to keep it 100. Now, we got a lot to discuss. A lot of topics over here. And I'm just like, that just been annoying the crap out of me. I don't know if I should swear. I'm trying to be a good boy, so I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna try not to swear. I'm gonna try to be a good, wholesome boy during this truth cast right now. But bro, a lot of things are getting me tight, getting me upset, and I don't like it. Let's start off with the first topic, the first issue. It's gonna be real quick, and then I got other topics that I really want to delve into. But this, so I'm going on Twitter, right? And DCFandome released an awesome minute promo, 50-second promo, and gave us a little glimpse of what it is and what they're trying to do and what the setup is going to look like. And we've seen like little teasers of Dark Side. We've seen little teasers of Wonder Woman and stuff like that. Awesome stuff, right? Awesome stuff for us DC fans to chew on and talk about and speculate and blah 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 blah. And then the one thing that just got my nipples real hard was listening to the John Williams score, the iconic Superman theme John Williams score, and it is phenomenal. The best, one of the best scores. It's so iconic. It's so in the zeitgeist of pop culture. Every time you hear that score, like every time you hear the Superman score by John Williams, you automatically know, like, oh, this is Superman right here. And I go on Twitter and I see people complaining. Just like I see these little dweebs, these little geeks, these little nerds crying about why aren't they using the Hans Zimmer Man of Steel score and why are they using the John Williams Superman score? Just like, oh boy, I just want to bang my head against the table. Like, listen up, you geeks, you nerds, you dweebs. The reason why they're using the old school Superman theme is because it's iconic. It's worldwide. It's the most recognizable theme in the entire world. You go outside right now, right? You take the John Williams score for Superman and take the Hans Zimmer score for Man of Steel. You play both of them. Which do you think will be recognized first, huh? The John Williams score or the Man of Steel Hans Zimmer score? Do 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 do. Take your time. I'll be here all day. Do do do. Oh, that's right. The John Williams score, because it's more recognizable. It's more popular. I know that's a tough pill to swallow, but you have to understand that's icon. It's Superman. When you hear that score, you think of Superman. No matter what iteration you're talking about, whether you talk about Dean Cain, Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill, you hear that Superman theme, you hear that score, and you think Superman, and that's why they used it. And I did like a little test to see like um playing like the Hans Zimmer score against the backdrop of the DC Fandom promo, and it just doesn't work. Like it doesn't feel, what's the word? It doesn't fit within it. Like it just feels like very like mellow stuff like that. As while you play the John Williams score, it just feels more operatic, more triumphant. Like it gets you going. You feel excited. You feel rejuvenated. Just like woof. Like it just gives you warm tingles all over your body. And that was the purpose of using that score. So that's why they didn't use the Hans Zimmer Man of Steel score, because the John Williams score gets people excited. It makes you think like, oh, like Superman. Oh yeah, Superman. Oh, I know that theme. I love that theme. I love the John Williams score. So that's why they used it. You geeks, all right, you nerds. So stop crying on Twitter. Get over it and just move on, okay? We're getting DC fandom. All right, this is a free event. So stop whining, stop crying. Why don't they use the Hans Zimmer score instead? I prefer that one. Good for you. Nobody cares. Move on. All right. Good grief. All right. Next topic. Oh boy. I'm gonna need a drink on this one. Good Lord. The Ryan Reynolds saga continues. I'll tell you what. I gotta give Ryan Reynolds all the credit in the world because this man knows how to market himself. I mean, this guy is brilliant, brilliant. So there was exclusive news broke exclusive that Ryan Reynolds was playing Hawkman, and I did a video on that, and I explained. I basically broke down why that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like Ryan Reynolds playing Hawkman. I was like, what? What? Like automatically, I read the article and I was just like, I was reading it. I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. Like what? Like what? Like no, like no, like I don't buy this. I'm sorry. Like Ryan Reynolds as Hawkman. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I don't buy. I mean, you might as well like that makes about as much sense as Al Pacino being cast as Superman. Would you buy that? If it said exclusive, exclusive, Al Pacino is being eyed for the role of Kal-El as Superman. Would you believe that? Uh, like, would you believe that? I don't think you would. And if you did believe it, then I don't have any hope for you. I don't. That's like saying exclusive because you gotta love that word exclusive. Whenever that word, whenever you see that on an article, exclusive, you know it's true. It's 100% true. You gotta believe it. That's like saying exclusive. Linda Carter is replacing Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman 84. Which is like, oh yeah. Well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that. Whoa. Did you read the article? Did you read on top? It says exclusive. Oh, well, I gotta believe it now. It said exclusive on it. So that means it's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. It says exclusive. So that's it. Linda Carter is replacing Gal Gadot. You heard it here first on the Truth Cast. You heard it here first. Exclusive for my sources. Gotta trust my sources. And I'm just like, no. Ryan Reynolds is not playing Hawkman. Stop it. Stop. Shh. I don't want to hear that anymore. Okay, it's nonsense. It's dumb. It's stupid. Like, okay, let me get this straight. Ryan Reynolds is not playing Green Lantern, right? That's what you want me to believe. Like, no, he's not playing Green Lantern. That's false. That's stupid. Get that out of your mind right now. Okay, so he's not playing Green Lantern, but you want me to believe that he's playing Hawkman instead. He's playing Hawkman opposite Dwayne Johnson and Black Adam. That to me, like, you want me to believe that instead? He's trading in the ring for wings. Ryan Reynolds playing Hawkman in Black Adam. What? So, something does not compute. Okay, something like one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the other. Sorry, I'm sorry, but that's retarded. I'm sorry. I can't swallow that pill, bro. I just can't. I just like what like that's like Ryan Reynolds playing Hawkman makes less sense to me than if he's actually playing Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds playing Green Lantern is actually more believable than him playing Hawkman. Like what? Like you might as well like you might as well tell me that Ryan Reynolds is being eyed for Black Panther in Marvel Studios. like, like like that seems more believable to me than Hawkman. Like what do you like? No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't believe. I think he's playing Green Lantern. Like I'm sorry. I'm on that train. I'm on that boat. And look, I could be wrong. Are we live? Are we live? Sorry about that. My internet is retarded. I don't know what it is. Sidetrack. I don't know what it is, but every time I go on StreamYard, my internet starts acting up. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to be on StreamYard. Maybe that's it. It's like, no, StreamYard is not for you, bro. You need to find something else. Oh my god, my internet sucks ass. Excuse my language. Trying to be a good boy. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds playing Hawkman. Stupid, retarded. I don't believe it, and neither should you. That's my PSA. Ryan Reynolds. No, like, listen. Do I think Ryan Reynolds is playing Hawkman? Absolutely not. I don't see Ryan Reynolds playing Hawkman. To me, that's just weird casting. It's like as soon as I read it, I was just like, as soon as like people were posting it on Twitter, I was just like, what? Like what? Like this makes no sense. Like this is stupid. Like this makes zero sense. I'm sorry, but I just don't buy it. And maybe, like I said, maybe it's true. Maybe he's cast as Hawkman, and we're all wrong. And he was never Green Lantern. And he's not going to be Green Lantern. And he's going to be with Shiera, Hawkgirl, in the JSA with Black Adam, and that's where we're going to see him first in the DCEU, his first introduction as Hawkman. Something tells me inside my bones, inside my body, my beautiful, gorgeous body. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry. I think he's Green Lantern. I'm on that. I'm on that bus. I'm not necessarily gonna die on that hill, but I'm just like, to me, it just makes more sense if he's Green Lantern. Like that to me, it seems more plausible than him playing Hawkman, because the Hawkman came out of nowhere. Just like what? It's like okay, it's like that makes no sense to me. It's like I don't see him as Hawkman at all. I think one thing's for sure, he's not playing Deadpool. I think most people can agree on that he's not going to be in the MCU because Kevin Feige is not going to pull the trigger on Deadpool. The MCU, Kevin Feige, are not going to make a rated R films, which is why I'm not excited for Blade, because Blade is not going to be rated R. It's going to be PG-13, and who the hell wants to see a PG-13 Blade? I don't want to see that, and I'm pretty sure hardcore like Blade fans, especially if you're a fan of Wesley Snipes, you have no interest in seeing a PG-13 Blade. You have no interest whatsoever at all. Like I rather see old man Blade type film where we see Wesley Snipes as an older vampire hunter still doing it on, like, on Netflix or something like that. That to me would be a lot more intriguing than seeing a PG-13 Blade with what's his name, uh, Ali something. So he's a good actor. I like him, but him as Blade, it's like I just don't see it. I just don't like the casting. I don't like where they're going with it. So I don't know. To me, PG-13 Blade. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no interest in that. So I just don't buy it. But yeah, about so those are my thoughts on that. The PG-13 Blade. No, sorry. Don't have any interest. And of course, I heard Nia DaCosta. I think she's the director of Candyman, the upcoming Candyman film. She's also been tapped to play Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel 2. Again, I don't care about Captain Marvel 2 at all, so I have no interest in seeing it whatsoever. I'm interested in seeing Candyman. I want to see what she did with that movie, because I'm actually intrigued with what's going to happen over there. But as far as Candyman, I'm so excited to see that movie if it ever comes out. I don't know if it's going to come out on VOD, but we'll see how that is. But Captain Marvel 2, she's tapped to direct it. Good for her. But as far as that movie goes, I don't care about Captain Marvel. She's a bland character. That was a bland movie. So those are my thoughts on that. Igor Snowden, what's up? What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Or a PG-13 Morbius, Ghost Rider, etc. Yeah, I have no interest in a PG-13 Morbius. Jared Leto, I don't know if he's going to be Joker. We'll see. At DCFandome, we'll see how that all works out. Or Ghost Rider, PG-13. I like Nicolas Cage. Didn't like the movie, etc. But yeah, this is why. Again, and I'm going to get back to the Ryan Reynolds topic. I'm going to go on my MCU rant. This is why I think the MCU is done, because they don't have anything and they're not willing to go the adult route, because they're stuck in this Disney formula and they're stuck with this, general audience, we have to include the family and stuff like that, which is like, okay, that's good for them, but I'm not a child. I'm not a kid. I have no interest in seeing Captain Marvel 2. I have no interest in seeing a PG-13 Blade. Like, I want to see adult content with comic books. I'm not saying everything has to be, like rated R, NC-17 bloodshed, but if everything is so formulaic and everything is so much the same, it gets boring after a while. Like we just had a 22 film Marvel series that felt like it felt the same. And I know that was the intention to make everything cohesive, but it just felt so bland, so boring. And I'm just like, after a while, I'm just like, okay, like I'm done. Like I'm done with this. Which is why DCFandome and Warner Bros. Plan, or Warner Media, HBO Max, they're planning for the DCEU. It could be tricky with this whole multiverse concept. It could get messy with 5 different Batmans and five different Supermans, and every director is having their own little pocket universe to play with. Again, cool concept. Is it going to work in the long run? We'll just have to wait and see. But at least for right now, I'm way more intrigued by what DC has to offer, because I'm actually excited for that, and I want to see what they're going to do going forward. So I don't know. So again, the jury's out on that. But for right now, I'm excited for what DC has to offer. And as far as DC offering Ryan Reynolds Hawkman, no, no. Like I said, I think Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. I think it's going to be a big surprise. I think maybe they'll announce it at DCFandome. But again, I don't think Ryan Reynolds is going to be in Justice League for a full hour in the movie. I think he's just going to have a quick cameo. I think they're going to establish him as an older Hal Jordan, and it's going to be a quick cameo. It's like, oh yeah, oh shit, Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern, and then it's going to, maybe at the end, Ryan Reynolds comes at the end and says, hey, Darkseid is coming, we need your help, or something like that. It's going to be something quick. It's going to be something quick, a quick little cameo for us, the fans, to get excited for. That's what I think. I think the deal is probably happening or not done yet, but I think he's in talks with Zack Snyder. Again, that's my view. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe he is Hawkman, but I think he's Green Lantern, because I don't see him being Hawkman. Like that casting. That casting makes no sense. Makes no sense. I mean, you might as well just say Billy Crystal is coming back to play fucking fucking Batman or something like that. Like in Earth 12, Billy Crystal is coming back to play Batman. Like, would you believe that? No, exactly. I believe Ryan Reynolds is coming back as Hal Jordan, because it's a perfect fit for him. And again, he's not playing Deadpool, so he needs a franchise. He needs a big franchise to sign on to. And what better way to redeem himself and redeem the character of Green Lantern than to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League? It just makes sense to me. Like that to me makes sense. It doesn't make sense for him to play Hawkman, a different character entirely, especially like Hawkman. Like you're not gonna have Ryan Reynolds play Hawkman. That makes zero sense. That makes zero sense. Like Ryan Reynolds, like one of the hottest actors working right now, and you're gonna have him play Hawkman. Like, no, like his style does not work with that character. His style works with Green Lantern. That's what works. So that's what I think. I think he's playing Green Lantern. Those are my thoughts, my opinions. I could be wrong. Like I said, if I'm wrong, then I'll come back here, do videos like, hey, I was wrong. He's playing Green Lantern. I mean, I was, well, I could be right. I was wrong. He's playing Hawkman, but something tells me he's not playing Hawkman. I see green in his future. That's what I see. So those are my thoughts on Ryan Reynolds. Now, DCFandome expectations. This is the big question. This is the event that has us all excited, all as DC fans clutching our pearls to know like what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Our excitement is through the roof. We're excited, but do we have our expectations too high? Like, I don't know, because we're expecting a lot of announcements to be made. Like, we're expecting certain actors to come back and reprise their roles for the character. And I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Like, we'll see. Like, obviously, we're expecting, you know, we're expecting the Air cut, right? We're expecting Suicide Squad to be announced. We're expecting Ben Affleck to be announced, coming back as Batman for an HBO Max series, or Justice League 2 or 3, right? We're expecting Justice League 2 or 3 to be announced with Zack Snyder directing. We're expecting all this stuff, and I don't know if it's all going to come true. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We'll see. My thoughts. I'm again. I have my expectations at a certain level. I'm not that excited because I think some people might be disappointed. Like the Ben Affleck announcement. Again, I hope it's true because I know like certain people have been like really like saying like, hey, this is gonna happen. Ben Affleck is announced. His contract is done. It's gonna happen no matter what. Expect it at DCFandome. We were gonna expect it at Justice Con, but that didn't happen. Obviously, just like, okay, well that didn't happen at Justice Con, so DCFandome, that's gonna be it, right? So for certain people, I hope that's the case because if Ben Affleck is not announced at DCFandome, a lot of fans are gonna be like, "Oh, dude, like, what's going on? Do you really know what's going on, or are you just bullshitting me? Like, don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit the fans. Like it's okay. Like again, I don't think anyone has like an agenda, like deliberately lying to people. But after a certain point, like there has to be a conversation made. Like, hey, like don't bullshit the fans. If you don't know, just say, hey, you don't know. But don't say, oh yeah, this is definitely going to happen. And then you find out they come the event, nothing happens. So I don't know. We'll see. Will the Eric cut get announced? Again, I hope so. But I, I don't know. I hope it's the case. I hope that's the case. I hope it's announced. Here's what I think is definitely gonna be announced. Right? Obviously, Robert Pattinson's Batman, which people should be more excited for the Batman because that's a movie that's actually gonna happen. Like, do we know Ben Affleck is he coming back? I don't know. Is he coming back? I don't know. You tell me. You have all these people with sources. So he's coming back at DCFandome, right? That's the one thing we're all expecting. We're all gonna be watching DCFandome, and Ben Affleck is not fucking announced. I'm gonna curse now. I try to be a good boy, but I can't do it. I have to keep the truth. I have to keep it real. If Ben Affleck is not fucking announced at DCFandome, a lot of people are gonna be fucking pissed, including me. I'm gonna be fucking ranting like, hey, what the fuck? You said Ben Affleck was coming back, and I don't want to hear this bullshit. It's like, well, the deals haven't been made. We're just waiting for the right time to announce it and stuff like that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. So Ben Affleck better be fucking announced at DCFandome. The Air cut better be announced at DCFandome because this is a big event for DC fans, right? You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. This is your first big deal, big live internet event for DCFandome. So I'm expecting Ben Affleck to be announced, the Air cut to be announced, Justice League 2 or 3 to be announced as well with Zack Snyder or somebody else directing, like a limited series on HBO Max, right? Those are the big ones that I'm expecting. And if none of that happens, oh man, talk about riot in the streets. If none of that happens, bruh, I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna be tight. I'm be like, yo, certain people like, nope, unfollow, bullshit. I was like, I don't want to hear nonsense, bro. Like I don't want to hear nonsense. Like the Green Lantern. If Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern, right? And certain people, what I'm talking about, have been saying that's not true. He's not Green Lantern. Then there's gonna be a fucking problem. It's just those people are not gonna listen to those people anymore. It's like, yo, I'm done listening to you. So I don't know what's going on. Like I listened to the Real Emotion podcast with was it Ben Everett and John Garza? I know John Garza, but Ben Everett, I think that's his name. I listened to their podcast, Real Emotion, and like John Garza is like adamant that Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. Like he's like convinced. Like of course the sources, the famous sources. So I don't know his sources, but he's like convinced. Same with Grace Randolph. Like Grace Randolph, I think she put out a tweet earlier, or I think that like the day before, saying like it's a done deal. Like Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. So someone's lying. So you have two sides, and someone is lying, right? Like who are we supposed to believe? I don't know. Again, that's why DC Fandome is the event that I hope get that a lot of announcements are like made clear, because you have two sides and one of them has got shitty sources. So we'll see. Like we'll see. Like I said, I'm more on the side of Garza and Everett, saying, because I think, and Grace Randolph. Like I don't believe the Hawkman story, so that's bullshit. I don't believe that at all. But I do believe that he's Green Lantern. So I'm more on the side of them. I'm more on their side. But again, we just have to wait and see. And again, we're getting a Black Adam announcements, probably casting the Flash. Are we gonna get a Michael Keaton confirmation? Because he still hasn't been confirmed, Michael Keaton. I mean, there was like the breaking news, like Michael Keaton is in talks, but again, that's in talks. He's not confirmed. Like, oh, he's actually playing back. He's actually in the role. He's got the part. So I'm expecting confirmation on that. I'm expecting confirmation on Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming back as Thomas Wayne as the Flash. Like, I'm expecting a Henry Cavill announcement of another Superman film. So it's just like so many announcements that need to be clarified, because like if you go online right now, there's like so many rumors, like so many speculations. Like, I've heard this, my sources told me that. The Superman movie's not happening. No, Superman movie is happening. Ben Affleck's not coming back. No, Ben Affleck is coming back. There's like so much news, so much shit that's going on right now that it's literally giving me a headache. It's like, because we don't know who to believe. Like, we don't know who to trust, because so many people are saying so many different things, and so many people have their sources, and so many people are saying like one thing, and then we are supposed to like take sides, right? Like, who do you believe? Do you believe this, or do you believe this side? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not saying I believe any of you. I'm just saying, like, what seems to make the most sense? Like, what seems more plausible to me? Like, I'm like Batman. I'm trying to fucking deduce what everyone's saying. Like, okay, well, he's saying this and he's breaking it down, but that doesn't make any sense because of this. So I'm not sure I believe you. Okay, well, this person's saying this. It's like, okay, that seems plausible. That makes sense. But then he said this, and this doesn't really correlate with this. So I'm not really gonna trust that, right? So it's like we have to break down what everyone's saying under a fucking microscope and try to understand, like, okay, where is everyone coming from? Like, I see where they're coming from, but it doesn't jive with me. It doesn't make any sense. So that's basically what I've been what I've been doing, viewing on Twitter. Just everyone just saying this. Everyone has their sources. Everyone has their inside man, has their deep throat, and everyone's saying something that makes no sense to me. So I'm just like, okay, it's just like I don't know who to believe. It's like, I don't know who to believe. Like, who should I believe? Who should I trust? I don't know. Again, DC Fandome, I'm expecting a lot of these rumors to be cleared up, because again, because a lot of people, like I said, people have their receipts, right? They have the receipts on Twitter, and when things don't go, when things don't get announced the way we think it's going to be, people are going to be blasting each other on Twitter. Oh my god, like DC Fandome, like, I'm excited for the event, but I'm excited for what's going to happen after the event, because certain people are going to put other people on blast. like DC Fandome, that's going to be the, like, it's going to show us who's, how can I put this? DC Fandom is going to show us who and who to not listen to. Let's put it that way. Like who's more in the know and who's not in the know. Like, who's really, like, fucking with their fans, and who's actually being, not fans, but with their audience, and who's actually being truthful to their audience. It's going to expose a lot of people. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because it's going to be fucking crazy. Like DC Fandom is going to excuse me, not Corona, promise. It's going to expose a lot of things. It's it's gonna expose a lot of people. It's really gonna, make people like, okay, like two sides. Like it's really gonna divide the fandoms. Like, okay, well, I'm done listening to you. I'm gonna listen to this person now because this person has been a lot more truthful with their information, stuff like that. Again, I'm not saying anyone is vindictive by any means, but maybe they just have, maybe they're fed poor information from what I'm gathering, stuff like that. So again, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm expecting, again, I'm expecting a lot of announcements. Like we're all excited. We're all expecting certain people to be announced. We're all expecting certain people to show up, and we're expecting like again, but again, I'm not even worried about that. Like the whole Ben Affleck, the air cut, like that's not even on my radar. I'm not even worried about that. Like at this point, I'm just like, if they get announced, cool. If not, like I don't care because I'm getting the Batman. Like that's where all my focus and entertainment is coming from, and excitement is coming from. Robert Pattinson's the Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, because that's the Batman that we all know is coming. Whether we believe Ben Affleck is coming or not, like that's all. Like that's all at the back. Like we're getting Matt Reeves Batman. That's what we're excited for, and that's what we're getting definitely. So I'm excited to see the costume. I'm excited to see footage if they have any footage. I'm excited to see what Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman suit looks like. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Paul Dano looks like with the Riddler costume. Like there's so much information that we still don't know about the Batman because obviously the Snyder Cut has basically sucked up all the news cycle and tension, right? It just like we almost forgot like everything else is coming out because we've been so focused on Zack Snyder's Justice League, and whether it's going to be a 4 hour part miniseries or whether it's going to be a 4 hour movie in its entirety, or whether Ryan Reynolds is coming back as Green Lantern, right? Like whether Ben Affleck is coming back. All this information, all DC fandom has been is about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like that's the most attention it's garnered. So it's gonna be sort of like refreshing and sort of exciting to see like, oh yeah, we got other news. We got Robert Pattinson's Batman. We have a panel with James Wan and Jason Momoa to maybe they're gonna announce their new title for Aquaman 2. We got Shazam and what that story is gonna lead to. We got Black Adam, which doesn't involve Ryan Reynolds being Hawkman. We got what else we got? We got James Gunn's Suicide Squad, right? Hopefully we get the Air cut announcement or something like that that involves David Ayer. Or maybe we get like what else? We got plenty of DC TV. We got DC animation. We got DC comic books. We got so much content that's going to be thrown at us at DC fandom that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a sight to behold. It's really going to be an event to watch, and I think it's going to be successful. If this is successful as I think it's going to be, I mean, you could forget about Comic Con. Like Comic Con, that's done. Like DC, HBO Max, Warner Media, Warner Brothers, they are not gonna bring their stuff to Comic Con anymore. That's done. All their DC content is gonna be put in at DC Fandom. Like DC Fandom is gonna be the new Comic Con going forward. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Guarantee you. Because San Diego Comic Con, that was a massive failure. That thing just like crashed and collapsed and fell down. Like that was done. That was garbage because all the attention was with Justice Con and the fan event and with everything that's going on with Zack Snyder and Justice League. Like we were all excited about that, and San Diego Comic Con, they didn't have anything. They had no DC. They had no Marvel. All they had was like the Boys a trailer and Bill and Ted, and that was it. Like all their panels fucking sucked. It was garbage. It was like no one even cared about that. Like that shit was done. Like Comic Con. Like I don't know what's gonna happen next year, but again, if DC fandom is a massive success, then you can forget about Comic Con. Like Warner Brothers is like, what Comic Con? Nah, bro, I'm good. Nah, we have our own thing. Thanks, no, we have our own little club right here. You can't enter this shit. This is for DC fans only. And I love the fact that I think it was announced that Aisha Tyler, Aisha Tyler Taylor, I think it's Tyler. that she's gonna be hosting DC Fandom, which loved because I was so scared that fucking Hector Navarro, that little fucking geek, that little fucking nerd, fucking I can't stand that fucking guy, Hector Navarro. Like, oh my god, he's like so fucking annoying. Or one of those other like DC Daily panelists. I was so scared that they were gonna host DC Fandom, but the fact that that's not happening, and the fact that Tyler is hosting, because obviously she's a huge nerd, and she loved Batman vs Superman, and she's a big, like, she's a legitimate fan. Okay, she doesn't just bash Zack Snyder and DC all day. She's a legitimate DC fan, and she's a fan of Zack Snyder, and she's a fan of his work. So again, kudos to whether it's Warner Media or HBO Max. The fact that they actually got out and got her to do it, again, it just shows you like they're 100% behind Zack Snyder, because because I'm sure that like Hector Navarro and all those little DC Daily hosts, I'm sure they were pissed. Like, well, why didn't we host it? Because you're not DC fans, okay? You fucking bash everything Zack Snyder. You fucking hate the DCU movies. You didn't even fucking promote the Snyder Cut. Like, this is a DC Daily show, and you don't even fucking promote the Snyder Cut. What the fuck is that about? What is that about? You host a DC show and the Snyder Cut, which was like the biggest news story, and you don't even fucking mention it, like no mention at all, like whatsoever. Fuck out, fuck you, fuck out of here with that garbage, bro. Fuck out of here. So I'm glad, dude. I'm glad y'all got fired. Like, I'm glad y'all got fired. Fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Don't even come out with that nonsense. That's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. So I'm glad that Aisha Tyler is hosting the DCU, the DC Fandome, because she loves Zack Snyder's Justice League, and she loves the DC universe, and she loves the style of Batman vs Superman and Zack Snyder's movies. So I'm glad that she's hosting it, because she's a fan. Like, she's not a fake fan. She knows her shit. Like, she knows the history of DC. She's a comic book nerd, and she loves it. So I'm excited for that, because that's another checklist that I don't have to worry about. Like who's hosting this? Like, I want to know who's hosting this shit. And the fact that it's a legitimate DC fan, a legitimate Zack Snyder fan, I'm all for it, bro. So that's good at least. But yeah, DC Fandome again. DC Fandome. It's gonna be a huge event. I'm excited for what it means going forward. If this is a massive success, which I think it's gonna be, I'm excited for what they're gonna bring. Hopefully, hopefully we get a lot of news that we want to know, like Ben Affleck, the air cut. uh Obviously we're gonna find out whether Zack Snyder's Justice League is actually going to be a four-hour movie or a miniseries. I think it's going to be broken up into parts of miniseries. Now, I don't know if it's going to be done weekly. I hope not. Or maybe it's just going to be like done, like, you're just going to like binge it, the whole thing. So we'll see how that goes. That's the title. I'm assuming Zack Snyder wants it to be called Zack Snyder's Justice League. Get footage, trailer. We're gonna get all that good stuff. Hopefully, we get casting announcement for the Flash. Like, if Kiersey Clemens, if she's still Iris West, is Reverse Flash gonna be in it? Who's gonna play Barry's mom? Since it's gonna be the the Flashpoint storyline to an extent. What else? Black Adam, again, same thing. Casting announcement. Shazam, same thing. The Batman. The Suicide Squad. We have to get footage or trailer from Suicide Squad, right? Like that. That's gotta be a thing. So again, in the DC TV, the Superman and Lois, the Flash, Black Lightning, all that good stuff. Comic books, obviously, with Jeff Johns and the Three Jokers, and again, DC animation. Again, good shit. Like, this is a big deal for DCEU, for DC fans, and for the fan, and for, and what this means, because finally, AT&T and HBO Max and Warner Media, they're showing us they're using the DC property to its full extent. Like they're showing, hey, like DC, like, this has value. Like, this is important to people. Like we love this. Like, we want to blow this thing up. Like, we want to make DC number one. now that like Marvel like blew their load, like now it's DC's time for us people like to get excited and show why like DC should be like considered like the number one studio, or Warner Brothers to be like the number one studio, or HBO Max. So again, I'm excited. I want to see where this goes. And again, if Ben Affleck is not announced, if the Air Cut's not announced, if if Henry Cavill's not announced, if we don't get anything related to Superman other than the Snyder Cut, I'm gonna be tight. Because I'm gonna be tight because I want a Superman movie. Like first of all, I want Henry Cavill just to be officially like confirmed that he's still playing the role. Like that's what I want. Like is Henry Cavill still Superman? Is he still playing the role? Is the story going to continue? I hope so. If the Snyder Cut is a big success, like I want to know, like I want to see more solo adventures with Superman, like with Henry Cavill. Like that's what we all want, which is why I'm hoping, like that tease of the promo using the Superman theme, John Williams Superman theme. I'm hoping that's a little subtle hint to say like, hey, Superman is going to be like something Superman related is going to be announced here at DC Fandom. Now, whether that's Henry Cavill or whether that's a secret like project with Brandon Routh as Superman in his own HBO Max series, that'd be pretty cool. But I just want this to be like a big success. I want this to be a big hit, and I think it's going to be. I really do. I really do think like this is going to be a big hit for DC fans and a big hit for Warner Media, HBO Max, and and then I hope like crap August 22nd, right? Like once the thing is open, I hope the service can handle it because people are gonna go nuts. People are gonna go absolutely crazy when this thing is announced. So so I hope they have their service ready. I hope the shit doesn't crash because that's not gonna be a good look. That's not gonna be good look. Like your first like major like event on the internet and it fucking like crashes on day one because so many people are just bombarding it and rushing into it. So again, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be an interesting day. It's gonna be an interesting event. It's gonna um it's gonna expose a lot of people. It's gonna it's again it really hinges on the announcements that are gonna be made. Like if the announcements that we are expecting are not made, if nothing happens, no confirmations, no nothing, like no Zoom, no video chat, no hey guys, this is happening. I think a lot of people are not gonna be happy. like again, like DC fandom, they have to bring it. They have to bring the heat. Like again, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Like so you better come correct. So I hope DC fandom. I hope they're listening. I hope they have all their ducks in a row, and I hope they just drop bombs like boom, like Air Cut, boom, here you go. Ben Affleck coming back, boom, here you go. Michael Keaton confirmed for the Flash and casting announcement for the Flash, boom. Black Adam announcements, boom. Shazam announcement, boom. Aquaman 2 title, boom. Our first look at the HBO Max animated series that James Wan was developing with Aquaman, boom. Right? So many things, so many things that we are expecting to see at DC Fandom, and we better see it because if we don't, we're gonna fucking riot. We're gonna be like, it's gonna be like, because people are just like waiting to shit on it. Like I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm not like my expectations aren't sky high because like I said, I don't know if certain things are gonna be announced, and the fact that people are like so anxious and so excited and expecting and they're like expecting things to be announced because they heard it from certain people. Like I don't want them to be disappointed. Like so my advice for all you guys that are listening, like again, just go in go in with a certain expectation with a level head, right? Don't go in with sky high expectations. Just just go in, see how it is. You know, it's okay to be excited, but don't go in like thinking like, oh, this is gonna be announced and this is gonna be announced. And I heard this from from certain people that Ben Affleck is going to come back and the Eric is going to come back. Like, no, 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 no. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, because that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in excited, but I'm going to be like watching it, crossing with my arms crossed, and be like, hey, like, all right, like where is it? Like you told me this is going to be announced, so I'm expecting an announcement. Like don't play games with me. Don't play games with me, because I'm watching this shit right now, and it better be announced. So, but again, but I think DCFandome. I think it's gonna be a big hit, and I think people are. If everything goes according to plan, I think people are gonna be excited. I think DC, like DC like they know, like the people behind DCFandome, they know they have a lot pressure on them, and they know they have a lot to deliver for us fans, because again, like this is like a new thing, so they're gonna bring the heat, and I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna come correct, because if they don't, then it's like, all right, this is the last time DCFandome is ever gonna happen. So I hope they come correct. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the day. Thank you for joining the Truth Cast. It was fun discussing these topics. It was fun getting this off my chest, because I was just like watching. I was just like reading Twitter and just like being annoyed. It was like, oh my god, like these people just stop tweeting, like get off the internet already. Like stop tweeting, stop talking about this. But yeah, DCFandome, August 22nd. I'm sure I will be do a live stream to talk about my thoughts on it, and talk about what got announced and what didn't get announced. And I'm hoping that I'll be very happy coming on here. And if I'm not, then expect a long, angry rant of what wasn't announced. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm sure I'll be making videos later up today, discussing new topics. And until then, thank you for joining the Truthcast. Thank you for listening. And I'm out.